Welcome to the third episode of NFT-DAO Podcast. I'm your host, Philip Roberts. Now, before we jump into things, nothing said on this show should be taken as financial advice. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions. And with that said, let's begin. Thomas and Rich Kopcho join me. So, gentlemen, how you doing?
Good, Philip.
I'm great. Thank you for having us.
Not a problem at all. So, Rich, can you give us your work background and what you do at NFT-DAO?
Sure. So I'm an entrepreneur, been an entrepreneur for 30 plus years. I've worked on lots of different startups. And what I do at NFT-DAO is I manage the business hold-on. What is that, you might ask?
Yes. What is that exactly?
So the DAO is made up of a collection of different hold-ons. There's a developer hold-on, there's a marketing hold-on, a business hold-on, and a governance hold-on. And the business hold-on is responsible for all the things that we do from a go-to-market strategy perspective.
Very nice. Interesting. All right. So, Thomas, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do at NFT-DAO now?
Sure. Well, I've entered in the crypto space in late 2018 while I was studying economics, and I started to understand how our current financial system works and all of its flaws. And I become very intrigued about the idea of cryptocurrencies and money issued in a private manner. And so then I slowly started to dig more into the technology. And after some research in 2020, I decided to get more involved within the Cardano community because it was the most appealing project to me. And then I started to create some educational content on social media to promote the ecosystem, and also doing some translation into Spanish as well. Then I discovered Project Catalyst and Fund3, I think. That's how I came here.
Oh, yeah. So you're a Project Catalyst proposer. What was your proposal anyway?
Well, my proposal essentially is we are trying to create a decentralized naming service on Cardano that will allow users to send and receive payments with crypto in a much easier manner than it is today, utilizing domain names like philip.ada or tomas.ada, and also allow them to connect their blockchain domains to what it's commonly called as the Web 3.0 or decentralized web.
Wow. Fascinating. I had no idea. All right. So, Rich, why does NFT-DAO reach out to other projects for collaboration? What's the purpose behind that?
Well, Philip, the whole idea of the NFT DAO started with the concept of collaboration. It started with when we entered into Fund 3, we noticed that there were 42 different proposals for a marketplace of sorts. And so we made the proposition that if we all worked together, we wouldn't have to have the community fund 42 of them. We'd just have to fund one of them. And we could all work together and build one of the best ones that we could possibly make. And so a lot of people liked the idea. And of course, they funded us in Fund 3. One of the things we promised in Fund 3 is that we would build just a simple framework to start with, an MVP, and then we would add on to it cool things that are necessary to make the ecosystem even better. And one of them happens to be this naming convention that makes it easy to connect users, wallets, and so forth, websites with human readable names. And that's how we ran into Tomas.
Yes, it's very cool. It's like we're not really competing. We're just working together as like one big team, essentially, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what we need to do, especially in the cryptocurrency space. We're very small. So
there's so many proposals. It's hard to read them all and to know exactly what everybody's doing. So as it turned out, we put in a proposal for what we're calling Easy Name. And it turns out that one of the guys in our own DAO had a proposal in Fund 3 and also in Fund 4 for the exact same thing. So that's Phil. And then we discovered that Tomas had one with Ryan for Fund 5. And then there was another guy that had one for Fund 3 and Fund 4 or Fund 4 and Fund 5. I'm not sure if he added in 3 for the same thing. So there's a whole bunch of people trying to do the exact same thing. So whenever we find these, we reach out and see if we can work together to solve the problem for the whole community.
Absolutely. That's a great thing to do. All right, Thomas. So when you joined NFT-DAO, how did the community treat you?
Well, very well. Since I've joined, everyone have been very nice so far, and they seem very kind and open to work together. And it's very nice to be with other people that share those same values of cooperation for a better good for all.
Yes, it's such a diverse ecosystem. Sometimes you tend to have people that have ideas that clash, but it seems like for the most part, NFT-DAO is able to reach out to people and have people join in without the so much drama. It's just pretty much, it's the easy workflow. Is that right so far from what you experienced? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. That's what we need more of, especially in the cryptocurrency space. So now,
one of the reasons that exists is nobody really has a whole lot of ego about any of this stuff. We just all see that there's things that need to get done and to make the ecosystem better, and nobody really cares that somebody came up with the idea or not, right? Everybody's willing to work together and share. And I think that makes it easy for people to join us because, we look at ourselves as, not having all the answers, and other people have great contributions. So Tomas is going to join us and head up the project that we both were mutually interested in building.
yes, absolutely. All right. So Rich, does NFT-DAO intend on reaching out to larger projects in order to build like larger infrastructure in a more faster and efficient way?
So Phil, you may realize that we're working on a few things with mutual knowledge right now. In our Fund 4 proposals, we have 2 of them that engage mutual knowledge. One of them is about building out a piece of the ecosystem that allows us to bring in more developers from the ETH world. So that's basically called Easyon. And then we're actually looking at using mutual knowledge on this project as well, Easy Name. And they're really excited about working with us to pull this in. There's a lot of similarities with what has been done before in the Ethereum world and in some other blockchains. So there's ways to leverage that. So yes, we're working with other outside entities other than just inside of Catalyst.
Very, very nice. All right. So this is a broad question for both of you. What makes for a sustainable NFT marketplace? Starting with you, Thomas.
Well, in my opinion, one of the most important factors probably is to create a good decision-making mechanism that will allow participants to reach certain conclusions of the direction of any project, in this case, the NFT marketplace, in a collective way through governance. And maybe it's one of the most important factors for sustainability.
Absolutely. So you have anything to say with that, Rich?
Yeah, we have the governance Holon that's working on a whole bunch of stuff, specifically starting with contribution tokens. It's really a long process to do something very, very well and very, very right. And you can see that with how we're doing governance at the Cardano level, right? And what IOHK is attempting to get done with Voltaire and so forth. So it's not something that you turn on overnight, and it takes a lot of thoughtfulness to build it right. And so we've got quite a few people working on it in the governance Holon. We hope to be launching the contribution tokens here pretty shortly, which values everybody's contributions and then is a stepping stone to true governance.
Absolutely. That's very true. So what is the most effective approach when building an NFT marketplace? Like when I say this, I mean, Do we deliver fast with a few bugs, or do we deliver in a slow, methodical way and then release with no bugs? I know it's kind of a weird question, but can I get your input for that, Thomas?
Yeah, sure. Well, I think with almost any type of project, if you want to build something that really will last for several years and it will go to the long term, you gotta make sure that the important aspects are built the right way before you go to market. And I think Cardano is a very good example about this kind of approach of investigation first and do the things the right way. And hopefully it will pay in the long run when all the functionalities are released.
All right. Thank you. What about you?
Yeah, sure.
So I could add to that. There's a lot of NFTs flying around already, right? And so our goal was never to be the first to market with an NFT. Our goal was to build a framework for the community, because there were 42 people that were trying to propose a marketplace framework or a marketplace that they needed. So our goal was to consolidate all of that, build a solid framework that all of these people can API to, using their own artwork, their own genres, if you will, right? And so that's what we're delivering. And so to do that right isn't an overnight task. And we're actually about 81% through all of our deliverables for Fund 3. So this month we should be seeing the marketplace, the first marketplace built on top of the framework, come to fruition, and that's the Acadia Marketplace. So that should be coming towards the end of the month, early next month, where we'll be able to do the first art launch off of that. Now, we expect to do a lot more things, and that's why we're working on Easy Name, right? Because that's something that connects to this framework. And so we've got proposals in for a bunch of different parts that connect in to this framework to make it a more robust experience and continue to build it out so that on Cardano, we have a really good solution.
All right. So what is the long-term vision for NFT-DAO? So you're new to the NFT-DAO space. I got to ask you, what do you think it is, Thomas?
Well, I think the vision of the NFT-DAO could be a very big and collaborative effort to deliver the NFT standards on the Cardano community. And I think you guys are doing a really good work for now. And yeah.
Oh, thank you. All right, Rich.
Yeah, and so we're not doing it alone. There's a lot of people in the community that are working on different pieces and parts. And out of the DAO so far, there's been several different projects that have spun up, like the Flurry project, for instance, which is going to be another additive to the overall ecosystem. So it's the thought processes that we go through and the collaborative nature that allows other things to emerge. And as these things emerge, we're, being the business hall on, my goal is to make the NFT DAO self-sustaining in the long run. I would like to see it become something that lives on in infamy, long past, several cycles, and I won't be on the earth too much longer. So,
I see.
So hopefully it'll be here after I'm gone.
I gotcha. Something for the long term, decades, right? Absolutely. All right, gentlemen, it's a pleasure to have you on. Any closing remarks before we say goodbye? Starting with you, Thomas.
Yes. I only thank you. And I would like to add, if anyone's out there that feels this project is worth doing and want to become part of our team or simply give their point of view on how things should be made or what to change. And you can reach out as NFT-DAO's Discord server and the section called Easy Name. Yeah, that would be all.
All right, Rich, any closing remarks?
Yeah, we're planning on getting started with this project. It's in a Fund 5 proposal, but we really think that it's an important project for the community. And so we're getting started with it. And we hope that you'll vote for this particular one because it's going to bring a lot of utility to the network.
Absolutely, for sure. And thank you so much for all of you to be joining us today. And this concludes the podcast. And all relevant links will be found in the description box below. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, build on, build strong, and build right. Take care, everyone.